how's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Deter with us, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
I'm Jamie and I'm the vocalist.
I'm Johnny and I'm the lead guitarist.
Awesome, guys. So the first question is, I asked this to every band, how did you start out Deter, and how did you guys get your members?
So basically, me and Johnny went to college together with our former bass player Daniel, and after about 3 months of just doing very little productively in college, we decided to just start playing some songs together, a couple of covers, and then started writing music and took it from there.
Yeah, it was actually just one day. We're just in the practice rooms, and me and Jamie were just hanging out. Never really got a proper chance to get to know each other. We're like, right, let's just start writing some music. I think we got put together for one of our college modules. Yeah.
And then you just kind of worked out. Did you guys find that you had similar bands that you guys kind of drew from, or was it more or less hey, I know you play guitar, I sing? Was it more or less like that, or how did it kind of come to be, I guess?
Oh, so when we first started, we vaguely crossed with our music tastes, but
Yeah.
Johnny used to
I'm more of a
listen to
pop punk kid.
yeah, he listened to Blink-182 and stuff, and I was a full blown emo. I was into Panic at the Disco. I listened to a lot of post-hardcore like Slaves, Picturesque, and metalcore like Of Mice and Men and stuff. So at that point, he didn't even really listen to any Unclean vocals.
Yeah.
That's
Came out of nowhere, honestly.
That's pretty cool. And then I guess, how did the first practice, first arrangement, you guys all coming together and writing music? So how did that based off of obviously you guys were from different musical backgrounds, how did that how was the first practice? Was it very oh my god, you like this band, or is so different, or was it more or less let's just come together and try to write something that obviously Dieter formed?
I think we started doing a couple of covers. The first two songs we ever played as a band were I Miss You by Blink-182 and obviously standard, isn't it? And Gold by Jaws. It's an indie band that have a lot of ambient influences. So from then on, Johnny started really experimenting with delay and reverb and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was stuff that I was already into. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Jamie gave me a loan of his pedal board. They had a Boss ED7 and a Joyo reverb pedal, and I remember I sent you a video of me messing about, and this riff I wrote became our first song. The we wrote called 14 You.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
Pretty much.
The next thing, guys, would be, what are some favorite venues in the UK that you guys like to play at, and obviously catch a show at, post, obviously all this stuff.
My favourite venues are probably the Barrowlands, which is in Glasgow, because it's just a massive ballroom style venue. It's really good. The floor's so sticky though. And just I love tiny venues. There's nothing better than just catching a really intimate show. St. Luke's in Glasgow is just a kind of big church that's been turned into a venue, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I'd say one of my favourite venues is probably Stereo, where we did our album release. Obviously King Tut's as well. Get a class sound out of there.
Nice.
My two favourite.
Nice, guys. Next question. What was the last show you attended before, obviously all of this happened? So what was the last show you attended?
I think for me, it must have been Paris at St. Luke's.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
I think that was the last proper show we were at, was Paris at St. Luke's.
So we had
phenomenal.
a few that we were going to go to, but they got cancelled or pushed back. Yeah, I think so.
And how was that show? Did they have any support, or was it just Paris?
We actually missed the support. I was waiting on Johnny, and then Johnny eventually came. And we missed. There was only one support act, and we missed them. I think we might have caught the tail end of the last song, but that was it. It was just a 2-band lineup.
Awesome, guys. Next question. Who are some of your musical influences? You kind of spoke on them a little bit earlier, but who do you guys draw from?
So like about the time Deter was forming, I was at the Kerrang Tour 2017, and when I was there, I saw Casey, who were like one of our main influences, and I remember showing like the day after I was in college, and I showed Jamie them, and like they were like one of our biggest influences. I also saw Boston Manor and Vukovi, pretty cool Scottish band. And they kind of showed me some of the more heavy, like post-hardcore sort of, the genre post-hardcore. From there, I've like found bands like Being as an Ocean, Counterparts, Acres. They're like my main musical influences.
And
Yeah,
Jimmy?
like Casey, straight up favourite band for sure. Before that, it was actually Paris. I'm into a lot of bands like Slaves, like New Slaves goes off, and I think they're the main bands. Like Holding Absence are definitely up there. They're a
Yeah.
huge influence. But I listen to a lot of like really low quality SoundCloud rap and stuff now. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and I was checking out some of the Deter stuff before I hopped on because I feel like I got to do like a little bit of homework, and I feel like with you guys, I felt that like post-hardcore, but also like a strong influence of like ambience. Like there, obviously, like you had mentioned, Holding Absence being one of the, one of the bands that you guys kind of like emulate. I definitely felt that with like a lot of the songwriting and stuff, and like Casey is another one. I felt like, that those were kind of the bands that you were pulling from, and I could hear like the vibes about that. So I feel like you guys are going in that right direction in terms of that. But I'm curious to see, the rest of it, and when you have future music out. But the next thing would be, guys, keeping it more current. What have you guys been jamming to recently? What's on the Spotify? What have you been listening to lately?
Oh, New Paris, like straight up the new single, every day. A lot of Nothing Nowhere, which surprised me 'cause I didn't really think I'd like him for a long time, but really been liking his stuff. That's pretty much been dominating my playlist.
Yeah, so yeah, for me as well. New Paris, obviously new Holding Absence single Gravity that came out. Been jamming to that. Getting into Lotus Eater, pretty cool, like metalcore band from Scotland. They just dropped a new single. But apart from that, not much. I've been finding myself not listening to much music while this has all been going on.
Yeah, I got you. Next question, guys. A fun one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
Oh, that's a really hard one because there's so many songs. I'm just going to go off because I saw the picturesque cover of Heartless. If ever we could pull it off, that song by The Weeknd would be so good. But I don't even think I've got the vocal range to do it. I'm not going to lie. I think just reworking a cool pop song.
Yeah.
What would you say, Jonathan?
That's actually, I'm trying to think, but actually I have no idea. I can't give you an answer right now. I'm drawing a blank.
There we go. Well, maybe I'll get an answer after after the fact, and I'll throw it up there. But if you have any suggestions for Deter, leave them in the comments below. I'm sure they'll check them out and go give them a listen.
All out of ideas.
Next question, guys. I have another music-related question, obviously. If you guys could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest spot on your next record or a producer you'd like to work with, who would it be?
Lucas Woodland, for sure. He can have any spot on any Deter song he wants. Just go sing and do your thing, man.
Yeah, Toby from Casey, one of my favourite guitarists. I would happily have him on a record any day.
There we go, guys.
Even producing. Yeah. Even producing.
Yeah, and I'll take it. Hopefully that Kieran's not listening to us. But
yeah, our producer would probably be very upset about that one.
Next question, guys. A fun one as well. Favorite food to eat? What's the go-to?
Oh, I'm quite boring. I'm not really adventurous, so probably pizza.
It's a good one. I like mac and cheese.
Ooh, there we go.
What?
Mac and cheese.
You could have chose anything. Nah.
Mac and cheese and tomato sauce. Controversial.
Oh man. Next question, guys. If there was another
You're right.
musical instrument you could master, what would it be?
Piano. Without a doubt, piano.
Yeah, piano for me as well. If not, drums. I don't have the space.
Neither do I. That's why I picked up guitar too, so I know how it is. But next question, guys. One of my personal favorites. If you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Do you want to take this one? You've been playing so many video games lately.
Yeah, but it's all been kind of like, not who I'd be. I'd fucking Geralt from The Witcher 3. Or The Witcher in general. Because kills monsters and he bit of a ladies' man as well.
Screw.
You know, I'm gonna say Sonic because he can run fast and I can't run at all. So, might as well take something you don't have.
That's good. I liked both of those, especially like Jonathan's how cut to the point he was on that. That was listen, I got it. I respect that. Next question, guys. If you were to compile a dream tour lineup, who would be on it? Obviously, your band, I feel like, is on it. Just
Oh,
saying.
you know what? I wouldn't put my own band on it. Nah, I wouldn't. It'd be like Counterparts, Static Dress, Holding Absence, and if Casey weren't coming back, I'd put Acres in there for sure. But Casey
Big
would
lineup.
be the priority.
Jonathan?
For
Yeah, definitely. If Casey were still a thing, I'd love to go on a tour with them. I'd love to play Show of Being as an Ocean. In any order, I don't really mind.
There we go. Awesome, guys. Next question. In your opinion, who puts on a great live performance? Who just rips it up on the stage?
In terms of bands,
Yeah.
Enter Shikari. Like, whenever I've seen Enter Shikari, they've always went off. They love it, the crowd loves it. They're just, 10 out of 10.
For me, the band I've seen live, I thought the best performance is probably Polyphia.
Ooh,
Which
okay.
is really
Yeah.
funny. Yeah.
They are hilarious. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
definitely seen them
And
many
when I saw them-
times. They're so goofy. What were you saying, Jonathan? You saw them and you said
When I saw them, they were absolutely steaming, drinking tenants on stage. It was class.
yes. I feel like especially Clay, he gets into it for sure.
Yeah.
But next question, guys. Favorite TV show, favorite movie.
I just finished watching all 3 seasons of Atypical. So right now, that's my current favourite. Other than that, I watch a lot of really sad TV shows and anime TV shows and stuff. So just something soppy and miserable.
I don't know. For the longest time, it was Game of Thrones, but I kind of fucked that. So, sorry.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't really. I can't find my favourite. Witcher probably on Netflix. Like that a lot.
There we go, guys.
Yeah.
He likes The Witcher.
Next question, guys. If you're trapped on a desert island for the next month and there was one record you could bring with you, what would it be?
Where I Go When I'm Sleeping by Casey. Best record ever.
Yeah, no, same. It's probably a record I've listened to the most. So,
But
yeah.
an honourable
Hold on.
mention would be Holding Absence, self-titled, because front to back it is just perfect.
I would also agree with that. That Holding Absence record, the new single Gravity, great, it's fantastic stuff. But the last thing, guys, the most important thing, tell them about Deter, where they can find you at on social media, and anything coming up in the next couple months.
First of all, I think the next couple of months are probably a
Up-
write-off.
Soon,
let's
whatever's
get the
happening, you know what I mean.
Yeah, the next couple of years maybe, not the next couple of months. So we're at Deter official on all social medias, even on YouTube. So really easy to find us. As well, all our music's on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, the streaming service, even Pandora and stuff like that, I think. We did just record a bunch of music. Obviously, our plans have been pushed back a little. We did have a bunch of shows lined up and planned, but they kind of went up in smoke this week. So once all this dies down, we'll be playing a bunch of shows and working towards putting new music out eventually.
There we go. Well, I know how that feels. So definitely check out Deter below. All of the links will be in the description. Please go support these guys. They're a very cool band from the UK. Again, if you're a fan of like Holding Absence, Casey, BS and Oceans, that kind of like ambient post-hardcore stuff, definitely in that sort of lane and in that definitely tier list. So go give them a listen. If you enjoyed this interview, share it, like it, subscribe. It goes a long way. And thanks, of course, to Deter for coming on and just chatting tonight.
Thank you so much for having us,
Cheers,
man.
mate. Thank you.
Good times.